Como Park Zoo and Conservatory is proud to present Adventures with Ashley.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Adventures with Ashley. Today we are in our pollinator exhibit and I could not be more excited about it. We are going to hive. Such a great time.
Ashley, come on. We've got very important business to take care of.
You're right. We do have a very buzzy day today. So today we are going to take a look at some of our bee friends that call our pollinator exhibit home. We are also going to do a do-it-yourself session in today's video where we are going to make our own bee house, and you can do it at home too. But first, let's take a closer look at the bee friends that call pollinators home. Now, as I mentioned before, we are in our pollinator exhibit today. A pollinator is anything that takes pollen from one plant and brings it to another plant. This is what helps make more plants. Bees are excellent pollinators. Now, some bees choose to live in big groups or hives, while other bees choose to live alone. An example is our blue orchard mason bee. They will actually live in their own bee condo. Now, we have some bee houses in the exhibit here to help them feel comfortable, but we are actually going to make a bee house today, and you can make one too using materials that you can find around your house. All right, everybody, it is time to make our bee house. So I have the supplies laid out that you're going to want to find at home. The first one and the biggest one is our canister. It can be any type of round canister that you can find at home. I'm using a coffee container. You could find an oatmeal container, really anything that's round or even metal or plastic you can use that you can find at home. So find one of those. You're going to want to find some dirt or some soil. So we have, it looks like just some standard soil here. You can find it right outside. You're going to want to find some toilet paper tubes. We all have those at home somewhere. You're going to want to have some paper. It can be recycled paper, any type of paper there. You're going to want to have some twine to hang your house up. And you're going to want to have some scissors, some tape, and a pen. Go ahead and get started. Let's build our house. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take some of that soil and you're going to want to put it in the bottom of your canister. So you're going to put it right in the bottom just to kind of cover the bottom up a little bit. It's going to be the background. There we go. Make our bees feel nice and homey when they're inside there. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your toilet paper tubes and you're going to want to put them into the soil. Now you can fit more than just 2. I only have 2 with me right now, but you can probably fit maybe 8 tubes in there. Just kind of pack them in there however you can fit them so they're nice and tight inside there. And then once you have them inside, you can put soil in the cracks around them to kind of hold them in place there. So after you've done that, you're going to want to make your bee homes, which is basically just tubes of paper. So we're going to show you how to do that. The first thing you're going to do is take your piece of paper, fold it hamburger way. Once it's folded up, you can take your scissors and cut it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. I know mine's not going to be. There we go. Then you'll take your 1/2 of paper, and this is where your pen comes in. Now, you're not going to write with your pen. You're actually going to use it to roll up your bee home. So you can get that roll nice and tight there. And it doesn't matter if it's super tight or a little bit loose because the tubes can be different sizes. The bees are different sizes, so the tubes can be different sizes. So once you get that nice and rolled up, you can pull your pen out, maybe. There we go. And you got a nice bee tube there. Now we want to put something on there to make sure it keeps its shape, and that's where the tape comes in. So we're going to take just a little piece of tape, and we are going to put that around the tube. Now this is an important part because you want to make sure that that tape, all the sticky part of the tape, gets put on the paper. We don't want any of that tape left sticking up because we won't want our bees to get stuck to the tape. So you just want to make sure it's nice and laid down. There's not a sticky part sticking up for our bee friend to get stuck on. We won't want that to happen. So I usually put a piece at each end, and that'll make sure that our tube stays nice and closed. There we go. And there is our bee tube. Perfect little house for them to hang out in. Once you have those made, you're going to stick them inside the toilet paper tubes. And you can probably fit maybe 10, maybe 8 to 10, maybe even 12 tubes inside each toilet paper tube, and that will give you your bee house. So this is a finished product. So you can see what I was saying. You can fit about 8 tubes inside this canister, and then we packed the dirt in between them, and then we stuffed those bee tubes in each toilet paper tube. So that is the finished product. The last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find some twine or some string. You can wrap that right around the whole canister itself, and then you can put a little loop on it, or if you want to tie it to a branch, you can do that too, and that will help you hang your bee house for your bees to live in. Super cool. Wow, what an awesome adventure today. Before we go, I wanted to bring you to one last pollinator spot we have here at Como Park. This is our enchanted garden. It's right across the street from the conservatory, so make sure you check it out the next time you're here. And if you're gonna build a bee house at home, we wanna see it. Make sure you post a photo on Facebook and tag us at #ComoAdventures. Can't wait to see you guys next time. Buzz on over to Como Park Zoo and Conservatory and check out our pollinator exhibit. See you later, friends.